All right, what's up? What's up? Oh wow, who gave $10? That's what's up. I do appreciate any donation. And 15 people already here. Are you serious? What's up, y'all? Y'all must have been what up, Classic? Y'all must have Jag must have promoted and y'all said, all right, can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Say no grandbabies tonight, Lee Hop. What's up? Yeah. It should be school time for them, right? Um, y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Yeah. What's up, Myrna? What's up, Auntie Leah? What's up, Classic? Right? Y'all hear me? Good, good, good. Uh, I wasn't even gonna go live, and then um, I saw that this YouTube scavenger decided to say something, and I just wanted to put some things in perspective because I think a lot of people got things twisted. They don't got things in its proper context, so therefore, it's up to me to break it down. It's up to me to break it down. Let me say what's up to everybody though in the building. Uh, this is Set in the West. Christina Crook. Yeah, well, yeah, Christina, this is gonna be good. Watch this. Leilani Arrington, appreciate you. A Reed's in the building. Patricia Blair. So Leilani, thank you, Leilani. I have to go back to see. Thank you for uh, your contribution. And Kat, Fran, Claudia, what's up? So the usual suspects in the building. Golden Okie Aries, what's up? Yeah, y'all please hit the like button. We are here. You didn't. She didn't have to come on right now. I didn't. Jag, I wasn't expecting you to come on right now, but it's all
Oh,
good.
I'll
Cause
leave. Bye.
no, no, don't. I'm saying, listen. So why'd you leave? I'm um I'm sipping on the was it Ninja Knees Black New Year. It's a new. Jag gonna have to leave right now. Hold on. Um, yeah. What happened? What's that? Can't what? Okay. Um, I told her to come back, and I was just saying because I think a lot of the stuff that I'm breaking down, she might need to hear from the jump anyway. So if I repeat, then hey, it is what it is. But again, this is Set in the West. I'm not going to bully nobody, even though the title says what it says. I said the high calorie Godfather of YouTube needs to come. And if you're in the chat, if he's in the chat, it'll be a good time to have a good conversation with him. But I doubt he's going to pop up. He's not. He's a male. He's not a man. He's a little, But I'm not going to bully nobody or even talk all reckless because I'm gonna just deal with the facts. We're gonna deal with what was said and what certain people are putting out there. So for those who don't know, again, I'm Wolfgang. I'm a dad from Set in the West, and there's a situation that has been going on for about a year and a half now online. Um, there are some people who are invested in twisting narratives. So I got a thing called receipts and narratives. The whole idea is to make someone look a certain way. And I'll just say like that. So I've done this. I've done Google searches and I said, I'll just say a YouTube content creator who's been on since 2010, right? I'm just if I didn't know and I said, okay, let me Google someone to see if someone's credible or not. So someone who's been on YouTube, a content creator since 2010, who got sued by Cardi B. You can easily look them up and say, hey, is this person credible or not? And from the Google search, just the Google results. Even AI now, AI is basically letting you know what it is, and they'll give you a summarized situation. They say that person is incredible at all. That person isn't a credible celebrity gossiper. That's what they said. Now, I went ahead and I looked up Jaguar and I said, yo, is she credible? And they said a few things in regards to claims and what other people have said about her, but they did not say she's not credible. You guys can look it up yourself. They mentioned something about unsubstantiated claims. They mentioned a few things, but they did not say, oh no, she's downright not credible. So you got people who are invested in just making sure that that narrative it stays what it stays, right? So I said, all right, Jag did not even a live. She just went and said, this content creator, and I think this content creator is like an overseas somebody named Black Excellence. She just pointed out and said, this content creator is running with some false narratives about me being sued. I am not being sued. I did not say what I did not backtrack about a live she was on with Storm Monroe back in 2024, May of 2024. It was her, Essie Berry, and Tiffany Haddish. This content creator made a whole video about her not being her being sued. It was all kind of stuff this person was saying, and I said, all right. She responded, just said, hey, y'all check this out. I'm about to report this. I swear, in the middle of her even typing everything up, the video that that person put up was gone. Crazy. That's that Jaguar Wright effect. 45 minutes later, this high calorie person, he calls himself the Godfather of YouTube. And I don't know how he's the Godfather of YouTube. He started his channel in 2012. So he's 14 years in the game, right? About 14 years. I started my channel way before that. If anything, I'm the Godfather. He's the Godfather of chewed food, not YouTube. He's the Godfather of chewed food. That's his name. So he claims, and I got my notes here, so pay attention. And this is to be a real lesson, surgical, how I do what I do, because I'm gonna break him down to the very last compound. He says that Jaguar Wright is claiming that the prior video that I mentioned before of her confessing allegations about Jay-Z were AI, and that Jaguar is calling him and Storm to be held accountable. So he's framing Jaguar as calling her board, said she won't sit down, and he repeatedly labels her a liar. We're gonna get into the legalities of that. Says he said her stock went down after she was found a liar. So he framed it as her being a liar, and then he said her stock went down as she was found out to be a liar, and implies she's trying to get back into the algorithm. And he suggests that she's backtracking out of fear of being sued. And he mentions Jay-Z suing people in general, and says she has not been sued yet. That's what he said. Okay. So here's what he did. He responded to the altered clip allegations Jaguar says about the clip, which there are other YouTubers who went on and what up, LP? There's other YouTubers who went on and said, yeah, this don't even look right. Even when I first took a glance at the video, I was like, what? And then you see in the background, there's like brooms moving. It looked like something out of Stranger Things in the Upside Down or something, right? It looked crazy. But he responded to the altered clip, said that he had read Jaguar's post accusing Storm of altering the interview and accusing AT2 of taking it to media takeout. He denied speaking to media takeout. And he says they may have reposted him, but he didn't talk to them. This is what he said. He argues the re-upload behavior can be normal, shortened segments, and claims it was not edited to make her say anything. This is what he's saying. He says Storm deleted the content to protect his peace, while Fat Cuz says he didn't delete his own videos because he did nothing wrong. All right, we're gonna see what did he do, and he may need to really start thinking about what he considers wrong or right. He plays and replays an audio segment in this video, and he plays a clip where Jaguar disputes the edit and insists that the assailant that she was referring to was Trevor Green, not Sean Carter. He says the replaying emphasizes that um, Sean Carter is reportedly in the clip. So he says the replaying emphasizes that John Carter is said to be in the clip, but he even admits he did a little chopping, but claims he didn't missequence it. He says the clip, it is what it is, so people would hear the name. That's what he said. So here's the issue. He mocks her, calls her an actress, and he says nobody want to believe it. And he calls her pathetic. He calls her an idiot. He calls her a dummy. He calls her all kinds of insults. Now, I think people need to pay attention of how much vitriol he has towards her. Y'all remember there's a thing going on right now where Aiden Ross is being he Aiden Ross is getting cooked, and he's ousted for going after Dochi. The culture got behind Dochi and was like women, but you got this guy who's mocking her, called her an actress, said nobody want to believe it, called her a pathetic dummy, called her an idiot, all types of insults. He said he could loop the clip for 24 hours to show she's a liar. He also claims that she supplied girls to the freak offs, and then said nobody asked you to testify at the Diddy trial, implying that she had credibility issues. And then, he ends this whole video. It's about 24 minutes, I think. And he says, great entertainment, storytelling, and fiction. Bottom line, his entire point, Jaguar's line, backtracking, the clip isn't AI, and he didn't do anything wrong, and he'll keep replaying the clip to prove she lied. Okay, so here's where I'm going with it. I'm going to lock in on the issues of alteration versus commentary. Okay, Jag is in the building. I hope you were listening because I basically just went down the rabbit hole of what the Godfather of True Food said in that last video that he dropped, I swear, 45 minutes after you dropped the post,
I
right?
know. Wasn't that fast?
That was quick.
I'm
Like
surprised
they,
someone with
they
his size can move that
could move
fast.
that fast, man. Yeah. Um, at the end, he started calling you all kind of names. I think that's the problem that I'm gonna, not. I'm gonna address the legality stuff too,
He
but
did
him
that
calling
for
you
a
all kind of
reason.
names is kind of wild. Why is
He
that?
did
What's the
that.
reason?
He did that intentionally. He did that to create a fight to go back and forth. He wants to sit there and demean and degrade me and say a bunch of crazy things about me in hopes that what I'll do is come back and respond and then say a bunch of crazy things about him and then go back and forth and
Right.
yada yada. See, this is the funny thing. This was the wildest thing that he said of all things. When he referred to us as peers, when he said, she thinks she's my peer. No, I do not, sir. More importantly, what's delusional is that you think you're mine. Um, when it comes to people like him, who's an online stalker and a gambling addict with some strange things that happened in his background because allegedly by word of other content creators, he's a PDFer.
Allegedly, yeah, I've heard. Y'all see the
And
thumbnail?
imagine if I were to go and grab those clips and put them on a loop for 24 hours of
Yeah,
someone saying
yeah.
that allegedly you're a PDFer, you're a PDFer, you're a PDFer, you're a PDFer, you like kids, you like kids. I mean, that would be that would be unfortunate, but it still doesn't
It
make
was,
it true. But it still doesn't make it true.
yeah, no, no, no. Altering a clip to change the meaning. See, it's not about him criticizing you. Criticism is protected, but he altered a clip to change a meaning. And it's right what you said. Like if you took content from what other people have said about him, and then you framed it up like, well, he doesn't live on his own. He lives with someone. And if you found out where he lives and he doesn't live near a radius of a school, it's like, well, shit, maybe it makes sense. You get what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Now, that's a whole different situation. Now he could disagree with you, but he can't repackage and manipulate audio as factual confessions, and then push it out to other media's. Excuse me. Um, his own admission, Jack. He said, "I did a little chopping. I want people to hear the name Sean Carter." That's the key line. See, he admits the purpose of his edit was to emphasize a name. That's editorial intent to steer interpretation. Just like you said, you could take what other people have said and run it on a loop and just let it rip, and then you know you're there. Hello.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm trying to thaw chicken. For whatever reason, it's frozen solid.
Damn. Wow. Well, we're here for it. You can thaw the chicken, and I just basically was just saying, look, his intent is to steer interpretation. We're going to talk about the legalities of that. You get what I'm saying? But if you selectively clip to create a stronger interference than the full context, what it supports, you're not reporting it. You're manufacturing a takeaway.
Yeah.
I really wish if he was to talk about it, if he would talk about it in its whole context, then okay, you know, like if we were to say, if we believe what these YouTubers have said about him, the whole Chris Hansen thing, the PDFer thing, um, and we dug in and said, okay, let's really look into it because that may not even be his real name. You can always look up registries to find out if someone is really on a registry or
The
whatever,
truth
etc.
is, the way AI
Um,
is working right now, all we would have to do is put him through facial recognition software if we really wanted to put a little bit of time into it to get his real name, to find out everything, to find out whether or not he's
yeah,
actually on that registry, like people have been saying.
there's a lot of stuff that we could do, and there's a lot of things that you can just visually put out there and say, well, okay, he doesn't have his own apartment; he lives with someone. That's a telltale sign. You could also get into the point to where he doesn't have any facial hair. Any black man that doesn't have any facial hair, y'all don't trust him. And he's likely a PDFer. I'm not saying that he is, but any black man that doesn't have any facial hair could be a PDFer, y'all.
I mean,
I
it's
just
a
want I just
strong
want to throw that
possibility.
out there. I just want to throw that out there because like why won't you want to have some type of facial hair? I don't know. But I'm saying we could run with that type of rhetoric all we want. We can. But my thing is I'm just focusing right now on the falsibilities, the falsibles, like basically where's the full unoriginal interview? Because when you did that interview, I think that was probably like that week that I met you. I wasn't too keen
It
on
was
your
the
content or
following
nothing like
week.
that. The following week, okay, right. But where's the full unedited original file? If he wants to talk his talk, he really needs to be like, all right, I'm going to produce the full unedited original file. We've already had people come on here, and you can see it yourself. The background it starts to move. It look crazy. And I told you, I just went ahead and I just said, let me just do the timeline. If that interview happened in May, and then you know, AI, like you can alter AI. I mean, you can alter videos with AI. That really didn't really come about until about July, August, September. Like they really started to do a lot of groundbreaking discovery with AI when it came to like deep fakes,
Mm.
altering. I used to work for a company. We were just finishing watching Stranger Things, and shout out to the company I used to work for. Um, they used to get all kind of clips, and they would basically make all the special effects, the Walking Dead special effects, the facial like. So the technology's been there, but it wasn't of wide use, and plus it was a very niche software. It was a program called Houdini. Y'all look it up. And I honestly think a lot of people need to be learning that stuff. But they've been doing this for years where they can do all types of stuff. I even had, when I did my first documentary, I had a software called Throat, no Diddy, right? Where this guy, I hired him to play the stalker. The guy had a heavy Australian accent. Shout out to my boy, Mr. Webb, Brendan Webb. Heavy Australian accent. And he did not sound like the stalker. He looked like the stalker in real life. He did not sound like him. I was able. It's so the same people who make auto tune, they do this program. They have this program called Throat. This is back in the day, 2012, 2011, and I made him sound closer to the stalker. He sound Australian. He's like, hey, Mike, like he really sounds Australian. I'll go pull up the original. See, I'll go pull up the original footage that I have to show. This is how he sound, and then I had to go and here's the final product, and I altered his voice so that he can sound like an American. So that was back then, but it took a lot of work to do it. Now with AI, few keystrokes, a few prompts, boom, you can make
Boom.
things, you can change things.
Quickly.
So yeah, you can. So my question is, if you're going to really try to come in and say whatever you're going to say, if you're going to make it a thing, then you should pull the original file, the version with the complete context from start to finish. Like they should really pull that instead of coming with she's a liar. Like his
Well, they
whole
don't want
thing
to
was
do
you a
that.
liar.
They
Well, I
don't want
know
to do
because
that.
then
Just
it.
like they don't want to hit the like.
Oh yeah, come on, y'all. Y'all hit the like. Damn, got 100 already. 153. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Already 153 people. Y'all hit the like, please, please. I got to beg for lights. I got to beg for light, just like some people got to beg for food. The Godfather of chewed food. Um, but if it was accurate, why was it removed? Why was it re-uploaded? And the misinformed. Where the reference? Where is that? I mean, it's simple questions, y'all. People just again hit the like button because I'm looking and I'm like, did them likes move? No, they didn't. Please hit the like button. Um, but we're just talking about stuff that people should just be asking in general. Number one, I don't think he should get away with calling you anything, calling you whatever he calls you, and then calling you a liar because he called you an idiot, he called you a dummy, he called you all kind of names, and he called you a liar. He shouldn't get
Yeah.
away with it. Um, and
No,
then
listen to me. He can do whatever he wants to do. He can do it. He can say whatever he wants to say. It doesn't really matter to me. Want to know why it doesn't matter to me? Because I know exactly who I am. I know exactly what I am. See, if any of what they were saying about me was true, it would have been proven by now, not just thrown around and all of that. It would have been proven by now, but it hasn't been proven. There's a reason why it hasn't been proven. If it were true, it would have been proven.
yeah,
Not even
Jack,
online can say that I'm not credible. They
I and
even
I was
have to
just
go as far as they have to go to try to push it as far as they can push it to say, well, she. We don't know how she knows, and we
Yeah,
can't prove how she knows, but the things that she has said has come.
yeah. That's what I was saying. I said there's a content creator who started in 2010 from Florida, and you can Google this person, and they will straight up tell you, "Oh, this person is not credible. This person's a liar."
Whose
And
mugshot I just
it's
recently introduced to the world. I think people keep forgetting that she's been arrested on several occasions. Just the one mugshot
so
found.
the workup that they're doing, the thing that they're doing is to try to attack your credibility. And I'm just calling out the
Absolutely.
credibility attacks. He spent more time calling you names than proving authenticity.
Yeah.
And then he's mocking a survivor. He's mocking a narrative while claiming I'd never laugh at a victim. That's
That's
a
funny.
contradiction.
I'm a victim.
Hey, and then he mentioned the Trevor. Like it's there's so many. Like this dude needs to just man, man. What did Cat take off? Let me see. They're trying to make the yeah. Y'all got Chili. You can't be cursing. I think that's why. Yeah, you know. But the angle, the media angle that I'm looking at is if you look at it as a newsroom. Like number one, I'm going to start attacking his credibility because he has to show receipts. Y'all see, I got a thing called receipts and narratives. I ain't saying nothing that I can't show receipts on. You get what I'm saying? If he's going to say what he's going to say, he got to start with showing receipts.
They don't
Like if I
show
say
receipts. What
no,
they
they don't.
show is a bunch of clips of 30-second voice samples. Um, there. It was so funny, because they've been trying to find new content and they've been making up new stories,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
apparently they're using Chat GPT to create fake receipts now.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay.
Apparently, that's what Chat GPT is for.
And Chat GTP, even though it has different iterations now, we're on 5.2, right? Um, things can be slightly like it has what's called hallucinations. So you're using Chat GTP, and then if you continuously say something about a certain person in your your Chat GTP LLM, it will be biased. It will be biased.
It'll register it as real because it's
Well,
trained.
Chat GTP is an LLM, so what they're doing is they're pushing a particular narrative with their Chat GTP. Then they can so the way Google works though is stuff has to be validated, indexed to Google, so that Google registers it. And if it says like I said, when I looked up, hey, are you credible? Because I just said, let me look this up to see what Google says. Google didn't say you were not credible. Google
Mhm.
basically just said, well, so there are certain people who have reported inconsistencies about X, Y, and Z, but she's a credible source in a lot of cases. That's what they said. The other person, they basically said not credible because of the lawsuits. That's number one. But then also
I
just
got no
people in general just
lawsuits.
can pull up receipts. Yeah. And well, you have no lawsuits. I'm talking about the other person that had lawsuits.
Oh yeah,
Um, I'm not talking about you. I'm saying the other person. If
yeah.
you compare and contrast you and them, they don't say you're not credible. This is just Google right now. AI right now doesn't say that. And I'm ready to just start really going down the legal options for when people say certain stuff. Not that we're looking for an agreement. No one's looking for an agreement. We're just looking for accuracy. So you got to also, put the full context out there. You can't manipulate the source either. So legally, I think, see, that's my thing. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. When pay attention, and I'm gonna dare y'all. and I didn't want to mention this person's name. I ain't gonna even mention this person's name, but the fat cow. I'll just say that the fat cow. People say people got funny terms for animals. The black owl. And I say the fat cow. Right? I dared that person keep talking my name and see what happens because I talked to you. I said someone said something about us possibly trafficking them to. I'm sorry, trafficking to the king or whatever. Them in New York about this. I'm like, where we gonna traffic your fat ass to Farmer John, upstate New York, so you could slice some bacon off your back? No, when it come to me, like don't play with me. So I'm not over here caping for you, Jag. But what I'm saying is, people got to throw the full context out there. People got to throw the accuracy. So if I know you didn't say that, and then what I said was this: if you said it in May and it didn't become a thing until December, it took 6 months for someone to discover. Oh, you said what? No,
Technically
between those
7 months.
times,
Technically
7 months.
7 months because the thing didn't happen until December. I'm See, this is the thing that really bothers me about them. They be so busy pushing their narratives and pushing their lives. Unlike the people on this live video who aren't pushing the like button. Please, let's hit the like button.
Oh,
Like,
I
I'm
will, I
not
will, I will.
tripping.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, how
I'll
about
go ahead
before
and
we
get up
go
out
any
of here.
further, we get this to 100 likes?
Right.
How about that?
Yeah. The legal recourse though for you, defamation, because if someone says something, and that's why I brought up what I brought up. I said someone say something about me. I'm as a man, you only got your word, right? So keep saying my name and saying something. Oh, okay, all right. And I, as soon as I, as soon as I pushed that button, I said, "Yo," I told her homegirl, "Hey, you better let your homegirl know I'm not playing with you, and I don't care what country you're in. I'll come after you." And that whole narrative stopped. So defamation and libel. So if he and if the other person too, if they state or strongly imply false facts such as like they said about you, you're lying.
No,
That can be an
I can
opinion.
start
No,
with something much bigger than that. I can start with something much bigger than that and a lot more damaging, which could
go
be
ahead.
considered malicious intent.
Go ahead.
That fat weirdo has had the audacity to sit online on several occasions and say that I'm mentally ill.
I'm gonna go there. Hold on. I know, and I have those. I have all that documented. That's a problem too, and that's why I said him calling you all those names, him doing this. He needs to be exposed. Not for if he did some Chris Hansen stuff. I mean, that's on you. And in all honesty, you need to be changed. But him calling you all kind of names and then him saying anything about your mental, and he's not a professional, nor does he like that's a problem. But him saying that you were lying though, let's just start with the libel defamation. Statements framed as facts that she committed crime, she fabricated assault, she supplied girls. That can cross into defamatory factual assertions, especially if presented as proof. So what legally matters is like if did he present this as facts or opinion? Is this false or harmful? Did he act with reckless regard? Because you are a public figure. He really has to watch his words. That's why this is actually like a chin check right now. I dare him to say something. Like I know he's going to come back and respond and say what he's going to say, but I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. Big fat funky ass blitch. I dare you because I'm looking into the whole legal. There's something called false light. So if that content was edited to create a misleading impression that's highly offensive, um, yeah, false light. That's what that's called. Intentional interference. If he knowingly fed altered material to a third party outlet to create a false story that harmed business relationships, because your business has been harmed. I can tell you that for a fact. I can tell y'all because I'm firsthand, I see it. Her business has been harmed. But if he knowingly fed altered material to a third party outlet to create a false story that harmed your business, that's called intentional interference. I'm not going to get into the DMCA, the copyright stuff, but you could do that if need be, you know. Um, but the easiest thing to do, I would say, and everybody's here, we got 200 some people here, platform reporting. If the manipulated media, if the media was manipulated, if there's harassment,
Let's
because
just
that's
be
what it
very
sounds like.
clear. Let's just be very clear. It was manipulated. That's a fact. You can pull up the images complete and you can see it was manipulated. You can
It
tell
was.
from the sound of the planes flying over because I was staying at a hotel by LAX airport. See, that was
Yep.
why me doing that live outside and not in the hotel room was the smartest thing I could have done. The smartest thing I could have done. Because, see, if I had been sitting in a room, that would have been a much more controlled environment. There wouldn't have been any real life, real world aspects to show the altered nature of the video. There wouldn't have been any shadows. There wouldn't have been any glares. There wouldn't have been any sounds, any noises. They had it at that one point of the video where it made it sound like there was a plane taking off every 15 seconds from LAX. How is
Damn.
that possible? How is that possible? The shadows that were being cast, the way the shadows would stop in one lens but still be moving in the other lens of the eyeglass. Everything that I did in that video was extremely strategic. More importantly than that, how does the wind blow and one earring stay absolutely still and the other one swing back and forth with no movement of my head?
Look, that whole interview definitely, like, it's already
It was
been
almost as
debunked.
sloppy. Actually, it was as sloppy as Demore's video.
It's about the same. Because the more they had the whole, like, yeah, yeah.
And
Hmm.
considering the person who we believe is responsible for altering the Demore video, we have proof that she works with YouTubers.
Yeah,
I think it would be
yeah.
fair to say. I don't know. Maybe that's why they got so upset when we did it.
When we busted them out, look, I think I'm gonna just say this: the Godfather of Chewed Food. You really need to watch your mouth. I have
No, he doesn't.
everything that you said. No, no, no.
He
Listen,
doesn't need to watch his
I
mouth.
have.
Let his mouth keep going. Let him
No,
keep
you're
saying
right.
everything that he's saying.
No,
Let him keep being disrespectful because see what we're not going to do is we're not going to play with you because the truth is you're younger than us. You're a child. What you need is a spanking. What you need is punishment. What you
I
need
think
is to have your
legally.
car taken away from you for 2 weeks for not doing your homework and for not doing your dishes.
I think
Because that's what you
legally.
are. You're an out of control child looking,
l-
dying, begging for attention. See, that's what you want. That's the whole purpose of you getting online, calling me all kinds of names as if I'm worried. Why would I be offended by anything that comes out of your mouth? Especially when
l-
allegedly you use that mouth to do things to children. Allegedly. Why would I be offended by you? You're not even a
Yeah.
real person in my book. Like you're not even a real human being. What you are is an
Him,
internet grifter who spent 6 years of your life stalking, harassing, trolling me. That's what you've done.
him, him saying that you is one of his peers is very offensive because the
No,
thing
listen to me.
is,
Listen to me. For me to put up a community post and it force him, propel him to the internet in less than an hour to do a whole video about it. I'm sorry. See that's not how this works. See, when you make somebody move, see that's when you do a slight thing and then they do the most. That's when you just make a statement and then they have to come online and start cussing and hollering and calling you names and doing all kinds of crazy stuff and begging people to show up, asking people if they hear you and talking about this and talking about that. And then you got a bunch of liars in your chat because everybody in your chat, they're all, by the way, I got more to say to your chat than I do to you
mm,
because your chat is a bunch of weirdos and half of them are racist. They're racist white
yeah,
people who sit
yeah,
around and stalk and harass black people, like your friend
hmm
Stephanie, your handler. Like, let's just keep it real. Your chat is weird. Those comments, I was there. I was at the live. I heard it. You did. You heard what they played at the premiere. Good for you. What about the original live? What about it? See, the truth is, Storm Monroe took those down and then disappeared offline for a while, waiting for things to die down because he was looking exactly how he looks.
janky.
No, not janky, criminal. This isn't Storm Monroe's first time trying to put a nasty narrative on me. He did it with that kid, young Muhammad from Dallas, who was messing with Erica and her sister Rock, Coco. And they got online on behalf, he got online on behalf of them. And then he came and sat with me and Nosy Ho and he told us all about it and how Tasha K cheated him and how she was supposed to pay him money, but she didn't give him the money because he wouldn't say that I was a PDF. He said a bunch of other crazy
Mm,
stuff, but he wouldn't say I was a PDF. So she didn't give him the $3,000 that she promised him she would if he would do it with Storm Monroe.
mm,
Even though they are
mm.
supposed to have been falling out and they wasn't really cool. But she's paying your content. Like it's just kind of wild what they got going on. Cause like I see it, it happens the first of the year every year. They do a content reset. They're doing it right now with the dead bird over there in
Mm,
Canada. They're trying to
mm,
revive the storyline about Monica and all about the tea, and now they're bringing back So Debonair, they're bringing back Cups of Conversation, they're bringing back, and they're, oh yeah, because you're going to take the robot down. You're going to take her down because you're in Canada and she can't touch you. Like, you sound stupid, Cups. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
and Cuffs
Y'all
is
hyping this bitch
supposedly
up because you need her to create a whole bunch of spectacle. Because, see, what y'all are trying to do is let the robot get offline without being detected. See,
that ain't
she's got
happening.
too many problems. She's
That
got
ain't
too much
happening.
shit going on. So y'all gonna do with the robot what y'all did with her mentor, Monica,
Mm,
and
yep,
y'all are gonna expose a fake person
yep,
so that she can continue to move about and not have to worry about nothing. No, not gonna
exactly.
happen. Cause see, what we're gonna
Nah,
do right now is we about to kill all of your content. We're gonna kill all of your content, all of your
yep.
fake lawsuits, sitting there filing actual lawsuits, but putting in bad information so that it gets thrown out. So you have to start all over again so you can get people to come and get people to spend more money and spend more time online and whoopty whoopty woo. Meanwhile, while the very person you're supposed to be exposed and never gets exposed and nothing ever comes out, and it's like watching a of the longest episode of the Road Runner.
Yeah,
It's like the
Mm-mm-mm.
Road Runner and Groundhog's Day all mixed together, all in one, all in one. When the truth is, it's very serious and it's very simple. Kenny Lattimore and his wife got online and showed everybody all about it. The truth is, if y'all were paying attention to the video that they did on how to expose these people, the weirdo Teddy, Frag, and the dead bird, y'all all should have been had her exposed 2 months ago. Matter of fact,
Oh
if y'all
yeah,
had followed what Kenny Lattimore and his wife Faith had said, force that subpoena would be happening right about now. They said it takes about what, YouTube 45
45
days to
days.
turn over
45 days.
the identity and the IP of the person, and then
That's
boom, you
it.
go forward and you move
Yeah,
forward. All of this stuff that
yeah.
y'all doing, you doing too much.
It's for content.
Just like AT2 sitting online talking about Storm Monroe and what he's choosing to do with his content. You know what? See, if y'all was really trying to bust me out, if y'all was really trying to prove something, you put up all versions of it.
Exactly.
Put up the
Yep. Run it.
original. Put up the original. Matter of fact, if you wanted to run something for, if you want to run a clip for 24 hours, tell Storm to take the original video and the clip and loop those on his channel for
Exactly.
24 hours, both of them, all of them. And more importantly, make sure he takes the metadata from when he posted each and post that up online. See, that's what I did with my receipts video on my channel when I was showing people exactly who was the one that first started talking about Bashir Gray being a victim of the Smiths and the Diddler. It was me. I was able to go and I was able to do, and that video didn't get a lot of views. That video still ain't got 20,000 views. It was reported all kinds of crazy times and all kinds of stuff. I think that's part of the reason why it might be time for us to do another mod shakeup. It might be time for us to just take all of the wrenches all over again, because I'm sick and tired of seeing all of this stuff. Like, because you remember we had that issue with that
Yeah.
lounge woman,
Yeah. Yeah.
Jamil
Yeah.
Peterson's wife. They was
I
sitting
remember
there
that. Yep.
pretending. They was pretending to be supporters and all of that. And you know what? We caught her ass, her goofy fucking ass, because
Red
I was
handed.
sitting there watching
Red
her.
handed.
Caught her ass red handed, deleting and reporting honest, like supporters and honest subs in the chat, so that she
Yeah.
could flag my videos. Fuck you, you
Yeah.
ugly fucking nightmare on Elm Street looking ass bitch, and your weird ass husband.
Oh
It
man.
might be time to shake things up, because they do this
Well,
the beginning of the year every year. The beginning of 2024. Guess what it was in my world? They had Frag over there in Detroit sitting down with VS Icon, who they just brought in to restart a whole new storyline to take her from my most loyal and dedicated moderator to my biggest enemy, and she was supposed to be doing this and doing that and having all of this, and she ain't had shit. I gave her a bunch of fucking bad information and let her run out in the street and look fucking wild, and she's still sitting online begging and lying, talking about I'm mentally ill. You want to know what's funny? On my channel, for the members only, I actually have my psych eval
you do.
that I passed, which made me eligible and able to stand trial. Which is why when they tried to get me in a mental health diversion program, they couldn't do it, because I'm sane.
Hold
I've been
on.
proven by
Hold
doctors. What?
on. Was it Asani, bro? What? I'm gonna just put you. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna put you in timeout for 30 minutes, even though we're gonna
I
end
done
this in
missed.
30
I don't.
minutes.
I'm so far behind in the chat.
That was funny, but guess what? No, I'm not drinking the 40 ounce. And no, she's not. She's spitting
Oh,
facts.
here comes
Like,
the weirdo
oh, here we go. Here we go. Where are you at? You.
on your
Uh,
85th channel
okay.
of the same name.
That's a shame. See, the thing is when you really start talking about like
When you start talking
harassment,
about what they got going on, we see, and this is when they show up. When you start pulling a card and you start putting them
yeah,
out on Front Street
yeah,
and you start
yep.
putting the business out in the street and you start
When it
exposing
starts
how
to
they
make
move and what
sense,
they do.
when it starts to make sense, like the thing is nobody was paying them no mind. You didn't even go at Fat Cuz or said anything. No one was paying him no mind, and he just decided, "Oh, I'm gonna jump in." No, no, no. That's why I said I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do because I'm. This is a light tap. I dare you to respond back because what I said, I didn't say you said anything out of what you didn't say, and I just gave you the legal. Like, look, this is what's gonna happen. I honestly think that there definitely needs to be some legal recourse into all that they've done. That I'm talking about Storm, I'm talking about AT2, and then I got other stuff. I got my other stuff that I'm working on because you're right. As far as them trying to find a storyline now where, oh, this robot is the bad guy. Yeah, yeah, that's what they're working on.
We're coming
But
after her. Oh my God. We're going to go back and we're going to dig up
I
more stuff from 2023 and try to make it
I I
relevant
have
right now.
I have my legal stuff that I'm working on. And y'all, that's all that's gonna end. Y'all gonna look real silly because it's gonna show everyone what it is. It's for content. You guys are doing this shit for content. You guys have been running a racket. You guys have been like passing money around. And I got evidence of all that shit. Y'all been passing money around to each other. When it all get exposed, just hope because I'm jail time for everybody. uh, you too, Trevor Green. You will be figured out. And there's a thing called harassment. Like you, yeah, you're just weird. I'll just say it like that. You're weird. And he really came back with his other channel. Hold on,
It came back
let
with
me get his ass.
how many channels doesn't he
Weirdo,
have?
a fucking weirdo.
Like that's how you know we over here killing a bag.
They're pissed.
We killing a
Oh well.
bag.
No,
Because there ain't
this
no Danny,
year
there ain't no Danny Robinson exposure. It's all lies. They're gonna sit up here, they're gonna create this, they're gonna drag it out for 5 months, then they're gonna come out, they're gonna expose her, it's gonna be the wrong person, and then they're gonna argue
exactly.
back and forth for another 6 months, and then it'll be Christmas again, and then they can hope that they can have a big enough beef or they can find a address on me so that they can swap me. But see, that's what's really upsetting them. What's really upsetting them is that they've lost all access to me. No more spies. You know, I was just telling Odell just the other day, this is the first time in almost 6 years. No spies in my life. Not one. That must make y'all feel so weak. That must make y'all feel so stupid. Because y'all spend so much time trying to prove everybody that y'all are the big bad boogeymen of the internet and you can find anybody and you can be up in anybody's house and you can do this and you can do that, whoopty whoopty woo and yada 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 and so on and so forth. What about now? What about now?
I mean, the stuff, the harassment that they've stooped to, it's beyond criminal, y'all. Like, you know, beyond criminal.
I mean, but what do you expect? This is a D-rated platform on the Better Business Bureau.
Damn.
Like, I'm just trying to figure out how a D-rated platform has the ability to be a multi-billion-dollar company.
That's how it is, though. I mean,
It's kind of wild. It's kind of crazy.
yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up soon. You say who we talking about? Cheryl, you got to run it back because we were talking
Yeah, you're gonna
about
have to
a
replay
whole lot.
game it.
You got to run it back. We were talking about a whole lot, and I'm not gonna do a 2 hour talking about it. I'm putting
If I drop a post on my community channel, and it makes people jump up out of their beds and do videos about it.
At 12 o'clock at night,
And
buddy.
ain't nothing but a hit dog hollering. They ain't nothing but a hit dog hollering. Just
Like I
like,
said, I
just like the Pink Panther and his little white friend Inspector Gadget running around doing videos of commentary that I had on real life. Hit dogs on only hit dogs holler. Like I said, it's real simple. If I can get online every day and I'm not running and hiding from nothing, but y'all sitting there and see, and that's what makes that so-called Black Excellence channel such a piece of shit.
hmm,
And that's why I took all of those screenshots, because if any of it was true, what they were saying, it wasn't the platform that took that video down. It said removed by the uploader. See, that's what you call making somebody move.
Akshay. What is? I'm sorry. I can't.
Akshaya.
I'll be butchered. Akshaya.
Akshaya.
Wolfgang. Just Wolfgang Amadeus at Gmail. You can use that. Wolfgang Amadeus with a Z. Wolfgang Amadeus at Gmail. Go ahead and use that for the email. Um, yeah, hit dogs will holler. I, yeah, they've been
And
hollering.
guess what?
They've been hollering like a mother.
If I'm making you move, if I'm making you do videos, that means we're not peers. That means you're my bitch.
Damn,
I ain't gotta make no
damn.
video. I didn't make no video. All I did was state facts in a community post, which means you was sitting around on your device just looking. You couldn't wait. And you jumped online real fast.
Like man,
Like a little
like it was,
bitch. Like a
bro.
little
Like
hoe who was so she finally said something about me. She remembers me. She spoke about me.
a hit bitch will holler. That's
Oh
funny.
my God. What did she say? Oh, let me get over here. No, no, no. She's lying. I ain't telling the truth. Listen to my voice clip of me playing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again with no real evidence. See, what would have made that clutch is if you had actually played the clip. But
Yeah,
then again, y'all can't play the clip, because if you play the clip, then I get to take that clip, I get to report it, I get to demand that the metadata be showed, and then I get to come after you. See, that's why it's not up, because it would make you legally liable.
right.
That's why it's not up. And guess what? If I'm wrong, put it up. Put the video back up. Let everybody have another look see at it.
Yeah,
Matter of fact,
yeah.
do a reunion video. You and that little Fruit Loop, Stormisha, get together and do another live and talk about, my SCX life in my committed relationship of almost 2 years. Talk about, my business working relationship with you. Like, go ahead. Because y'all tried to get real disrespectful. And the reason why you did that back then was because you were trying to get us to respond, and you were trying to get us to go back and forth with you, and you were hoping it was going to be some content. And instead, you got nothing. You got dust. You got nothing. Ain't no peer. Ain't no peers at all. There's children playing children's games, and there's adults handling their business and their affairs. It's a big difference. Huge difference.
Everybody love the visuals. The hot dogs around the neck. Y'all know what I'm saying. You used to be the Don Juan. Well, you never was the Don Juan. Now your name is just Twan. All right, we out of here. I'm ready to eat, and
Good luck
you
with that.
know,
Chicken's still frozen.
oh damn. Okay. Anyway, um, yeah, man, y'all better watch. Y'all better protect y'all motherfucking neck on these YouTube streets. I'm talking about the trolls because um, I've been indexing so much shit. It's about to get nasty for 2026. You don't like the way I kick? You can get the dick. Watch this though. Anyway, um, you got
Billy
24 hours to
Rabbit,
respond. You
Fix It for
got you got
Kids.
you got 24 hours to respond, Twan. And I want you, I mean what Jag said. Y'all should just do what she said do, which is produce the audio, video, produce what y'all need to produce. But in all honesty, it's too late, y'all. It's already look. When they come knocking, just answer the door. That's all I gotta say. All right. Y'all be good out here. I appreciate everybody. If you got old people, definitely in your life, take care of them. Go check on them. You got young people, protect them. The kids got a lot of PDFers out here. You got these Chris Hansons. They be running from Chris Hansen. You got a lot of them out there. Go protect the babies and the old people. All right, peace.